showtime!
Chances are, if you are clicking on this video, you probably enjoy Genshin Impact, or at least did at some point. Who the hell am I kidding? It seems like half the people who play this game just despise it, and everything it stands for. Whether you hate it or love it though, I think we can all enjoy just looking at some absolutely unhinged and deranged opinions from people in the Genshin Reviews. With today's particularly coming from the Google Play Store, I would love to do the App Store as well, but seeing as I don't have an Apple device and Apple is currently stuck in the 1960s in terms of what their technology can do, I can't look at them. So at last, for the time being, I am using the Google Play Store, and what that means is I have to wade through about 5,000 reviews every page of all people saying that Genshin Impact does not work on my insert phone from the early 2010s here comments. Enough of that though, let's just get into the madness. Gambling simulator, half-assed role-playing as an open-world RPG with tons of content nobody is interested in paying attention to. Costs real-world money to play the game, more than 30 minutes, an hour at best, a day to actually get anywhere without it taking months of your time. Your time won't be respected, and you will hate how easily you get addicted to overpriced garbage. First off, it's really unnecessary of going through so many words just to call it a gambling simulator. It gets you addicted to garbage. We have a genre for that, a term called gacha games. And what in the hell is this person talking about? It doesn't respect your time? Like, what the shit kind of complaint is that? You literally just said in the sentence before you made a complaint that you can't play the game for more than 30 minutes a day without paying, which is bullshit because you can go kill hundreds of elites, go farm artifacts, do all kinds of things that get you more experience, and all the other things that all the free-to-play players complain about never having. Of course, that's not the kind of content you want though. What you probably want is infinite resin or some ungodly amount of resin that'll give you hours a day to farm domains and get just the most ludicrous artifacts you possibly can. I can only imagine the kind of hell this person goes through when they're trying to pick a game that they actually want to play, because apparently a half hour a day is too much. It's not respectful of their time, but it's also not enough. I also hate to break it to you, but overpriced, yeah, free is not overpriced. Everything you can buy in this game is completely optional. The fact that this person got even 5 upvotes on this review is baffling to me, but as this goes on and you see other reviews, you will probably see the kind of people who would agree with this, which quite frankly is too many people. I give this review 0 out of 6 resin refreshes. If you want something to eat up all your time, go play old school RuneScape. Obligatory inclusion of every single review that complains about the lack of Android controller support. Breath of the Waifu is an incredible game. If you treat it as a Breath of the Wild game where you don't spend $70 just to play and get to explore to chill ambient music, the game is incredible. Your weapons don't break and you can even use magic in this game. One of the winning points of this game is the characters. They are well designed for battle and personality. It's a good game, but if you want to collect everything, $3,000 wouldn't cut it. I included this one because I'm a little confused. Like, did this person mean to give the game 1 star? Because to me, it seems like they meant to give it a good rating and just messed up. I agree that it does cost a lot to get everything, but getting everything is optional. Let's just assume this person did mean to give the game 1 star. Why would you give the game 1 star for that? It's optional content. Let's say the gacha system did not exist, and all we got were the starting 8 characters and maybe the 5 stars that we have that we could earn some other way. Would that be worthy of 1 star? No, you would probably call that a 5-star game, a AAA game that is free to play. So what the fuck? I don't know why every Genshin player feels the need that they have to own everything, like every new character has to be theirs. Magic players don't expect to own every single Magic card. League of Legends players don't all expect to own every single League champion when they first start the game. Like, it is insanely expensive to own every character in Genshin Impact, especially if you also want to go for weapons, but it is so unnecessary. Like, it's a massive luxury that you do not need. So I'm not going to be too mean to this person because honestly, I don't even know if they meant to give this a 1 star, but if they did, it's a stupid take. I think Genshin offers so much more as a free-to-play game than a lot of the free-to-play games I've ever played in my life. Now let's get back to the unhinged people. 1 star for a decent gameplay, but there are like 2,000 problems. Artifacts are one of them. It's so freaking RNG based, it's absurd. When you get an desired artifact, you have to get the right set, the right piece, the right main stat, the right substats, and you have to upgrade the right substat, which has a 25% chance times 5. What? Your chances to get a perfect artifact flower, in a nutshell, 0.00305%. Not to mention the horrible rewards and the lack of communication between community and devs, in brackets as an AR-55 player. This one hurts. It hurts to look at. Where do I even start? This person thinks that there are 2,000 problems in Genshin Impact. I'm gonna be real, like Genshin is not perfect. It has a lot of problems, but 2,000, that's being a little extreme. So let's narrow this down a little bit. At present, we have 1,500 artifact slots in our bags. Based on how he views artifacts, I'm assuming that artifacts alone are 1,500 of his problem. Then there's just 500 left, which can easily be accounted to how many times you've been screwed by the Crimson Witch domain. Now this person has done some of the most atrocious math I've ever seen in my life for someone who's actually able to use a keyboard, because otherwise I would just assume a toddler is doing this. They claim that you need to get the right substats on an artifact, and then you only have a 25% chance to upgrade the right substat, implying that there is only one, meaning if they have crit rate and crit damage, they are only okay with one of those. Then immediately also say that you have a 25% chance times 5, which could be a typo, but I'm gonna assume it's not because of how dumb the rest of this person's post is. And then they have the audacity to use a flower as the artifact that is hard to get. I'm fairly certain that when this person says perfect artifact, they literally mean perfect artifact, like right substats max rolls into the optimal substat. Because why else would you use a flower as an example for painting artifacts as hard to get? That's like trying to convict someone for murder and then using the time that they stole some clay from kindergarten class as like the cornerstone of your prosecution. When people make these kind of posts, especially about artifacts, I always assume that they either don't know what a good artifact looks like or their expectations are ungodly unrealistic. Like they will never get an artifact that they consider good because they think they actually need something perfect to be able to do anything in this game, when in reality, they just suck. Once again, we have 12 upvotes on this review, which I hope are just people finding this funny, because otherwise my faith in humanity is just being destroyed piece by piece. I give this review a 0 out of 5 substats because fuck visual perception and math, I guess. Who needs those? I guess I can give them like a little bit of credit for at least mentioning the lack of communication between the community and devs, because that's just rough. No bonus points though, because a crime was committed on both math and common sense today, and I will not stand for that. Good overall, but not great. The graphics are great, but as a game it lacks in a lot of areas. 1, it has gacha and separates people by free-to-play and paying players. For fairness, it should not be allowed that, but of course, developers care about money, not fairness. 2, events are made unfair as well. For example, the current event takes place in Economia, which players in level 10, 20, and 30, and even more with good builds of characters can have access to. Here we have our first review from a person that instantly makes you wonder, do you even play this game? Which they kind of answer in their own review by calling events unfair because people that are AR 10, 20, and 30 can't participate? With the wealth of base content in this game, with the Archon quest going so far and a bunch of regions to explore and get adventure rank, it is so easy to get to 30. So how is that unfair? If you want an example of something being unfair, I would show you this review, because it looks like you reviewed this game unfairly after playing it for about 5 hours over the course of 6 months. Do you play this game exclusively in dentist appointment waiting rooms or something? Getting a little ahead of ourselves though, because unfair for paying? It's a PvE game. It's a PvE game where you don't even have to interact with other players outside of things like win trace, which does not matter. If you want to get real technical with it, one of the best characters to play in win trace is Kaya, free-to-play character. And like, of course there's going to be a separation between free-to-play and paying players. That's every game in existence. There are tons of free-to-play players out there who never spend a dime on this game, and they get to enjoy a game for free that is mostly funded by whales. Look, as a whale, you free-to-play players, you guys are winning. You are literally winning. You're getting to play what I think is an amazing game for free, while idiots like me fund it with massive amounts of money. And this person says that the developers care about money? Of course. You know that games are a business, right? They need money to survive. If Genshin wasn't making money, it wouldn't exist. A fact that seems to be lost on a lot of people these days. Giving this person's review a 0 out of 5 stars because they did not pay for the Star DLC. I'm gonna do my best to not mess reading this one up. This game is super fun. I gave it 5 stars and it tells me where to go. It's too fun, but if you ever play it, I hope you like it so much. So this game is super famous. This is too fun. But some apps are pretty fun, but this app is super fun. I'm at level 40 and this is too fun. I love it so much I accidentally changed my skin person, and my skin is super cute with pink because pink is my favorite color. Goodbye, hope you like this so much. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. What? First off, buddy, you lied. You gave it 1 star. Did you just mess up? I may not have a degree in literature to decipher such texts, but I get the idea from your review that you think the game is fun. I don't know why, but sometimes even super fun. But again, I don't know why I think that. And like, what do you mean you accidentally change your skin, person? Is this some kind of Illuminati lizard man shit? Like, skin is super cute with pink. What skin? I'm not entirely convinced this review was written by a human being. If it was done with like that thing with the cell phones where you automatically just type or like press the middle predicted word over and over and over and over again until it forms like some kind of semblance of a sentence. If not, I mean, like, it's like an AI in its very early days of learning. Regardless, I mean, I do enjoy this game, you know, I do like it. So thank you for wishing that up for me. I give this review a solid 5 out of 5 funds because I don't think it belongs here. I think this person might have genuinely intended to give this 5 stars. That will do it for this one. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like the video, maybe comment down below, tell me you liked it, because I'm going to keep doing it anyway, because reading crappy reviews is something I do for fun anyway, so I'm going to make videos about it. It would just be nice to hear that you guys enjoy it, because, you know, I like making stuff you guys like. If you want to contribute and you find any crazy reviews from whatever platform you decide to use, maybe join my Discord and send it to me, and I'll include it in the video if it's good enough. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you in the next one.